At Bill Gatton Honda, we make car buying easy with our competitive pricing and award-winning service. Get a 2017 Honda Civic LX as low as $169 a month. Or how about the 2017 Honda HR-V LX for only $189 a month? And don't forget our 2017 Honda Fit LX for $139 a month. Visit us online 24/7 at BillGattonHonda.com. And remember, we've got a Honda with your name on it. Hey, welcome to Bill Gatton Honda.
We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it. Welcome to Bill Gatton Honda. We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it.
Person I turned
I'm going to see if that one goes when he goes live.
Welcome to Inside Viking Sports. David Dow here at Quaker Steak and Lube along with Ray Johnson, and welcome in to the show tonight. It's 60-cent boneless wing night here at Quaker Steak and Lube, so come on down and join us, be a part of the show. We've already had, matter of fact, we've already seen a couple of Lady Vikings and Vikings in here tonight, having dinner tonight. They've gone through and had their meal and had practice this afternoon. And
I got to play some golf over here. Man, they've got a fantastic machine over here.
They've had that in here for a couple of years, and so it's a great thing to have. There's plenty to do here, believe me.
Yeah, they stepped it up. That's 2018 right there.
Yeah, that's the whole deal right there. But it is 60-cent bonus wing night here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Looking forward to talking with the head coach of the Viking baseball team, Preston Roberts. Coach Roberts and the Vikings had 2 5-inning games yesterday. Had a 50-inning game. Was that Friday?
Yeah,
last Friday. And so we'll be talking to Coach Roberts about the baseball team here. Matter of fact, not too awfully long from now. But come on down to Quaker Steak and Lube. We have a great time down here, and a big thanks to everybody for taking care of us. They have, and got a chance to talk to the owners this afternoon. Yeah. And matter of fact, they're sitting over here right directly across from us, and
gouging at us just a little bit.
Yeah, wanting to know they were on live. And yes, they are. But we are here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Of course, we'll be doing Singo tonight at 7 o'clock. If you don't know what that is, it's they play bingo with music, and you just play mark in the spots as you go, and it's been a lot of fun watching everybody get to see a lot of people start singing and see how old they are or how young they are according to the music. Ray and I are we love playing, but we're not real good at it. There's a lot of music we just flat don't know. Yeah. So our children do, I'm sure, but Ray and I don't. So we do Singo at 7 o'clock here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Of course, there's live music every single weekend on Fridays and Saturdays here at Quaker Steak and Lube. And as the weather allows, of course, they'll go outside and they'll be doing music live outside, and it's a great place to come and visit. Bike nights will be starting to come up here before long too on Thursday nights, and so we're looking forward to having everybody back downtown again. And again, it's an absolutely great night here at Quaker Steak and Lube. It's full in here. I see some of our crosstown rivals sitting over here as well. They must have come in to see what was going on.
They let them in the back door.
Yeah, come on, see what was going on with Viking baseball tonight. So again, all of our spring sports are now fully into gear at Tennessee High School, and we'll be getting into baseball officially. First game on the air March the 12th. That other end, March the 12th at Todd Houston Field. That'll be a 5:45 Dr. Deborah Basham pregame show, and the first pitch at 6 o'clock at Todd Houston Field. And then the 13th we'll head down to Crockett and play. And then on the 15th and 16th, if I'm not mistaken, we go down to Morristown East, and we'll be playing down there with, let's see, we got Sevier County, I think. Thank you, Ray. Mm-hmm. It will be Morristown. As a matter of fact, the Vikings will be playing Morristown West and Granger County, both on the 15th, doubleheaders at 5 and 7. And then on the 16th, it'll be Knox Central and Morristown East at 5 and 7. Those games at Morristown East, the first day at Morristown West at the Trojans Field. So we'll just flip-flop fields second day, and East and West in different days. So it's we're here basically.
It is.
We're here now, and the Vikings will be had a 2 5-inning game yesterday. Had very little problem with their competition yesterday. We'll talk to Coach Roberts about that, but good thing is they got on the field and got their feet wet for the season.
Yeah, they did.
And they needed that. You can tell they were having a good time, so we'll talk about that. The Lady Viking softball team, they have their play day this Saturday. They've not even had any, I don't think they've had any scrimmage. They have been practicing, and they'll have a play day this Saturday March the 3rd, and it will be at the Lady Vikings softball complex at Rotary Field. And so both those fields, Advanced Lady Vikings and Tennessee High Vikings, both playing there at the Lady Vikings softball complex at Rotary Field. Head coach Chansley DeClerk hopefully will be with us next Wednesday. She doesn't know that yet, but hopefully she'll be with us next Wednesday. That's my plan, and I need to get with her. And of course, she's now being assisted by David Boggs over at Tennessee High School, and so a lot of good things going on with that Lady Vikings softball team. David's coming in, and Coach DeClerk sent me their roster. I guess a couple weeks ago, and I was looking at it. I mean, from top to bottom, though, there's a lot of outstanding talent, a lot of young talent on that team. But the freshman and sophomore class is stout, and so we'll be talking to her about that again. Their play day will be this Saturday, March the 3rd, and it'll be going all day. The weather looks like it's going to be a little bit cool, but it's going to be clear enough to be playing some ball, though. So we'll do that. Also, Viking tennis, we talked to head coach Reedy Tony, and as I said, Reedy tells everybody he's ready to roll, and so I'm sure they will. But the first match of the season for the Viking tennis team will be March 20th at the Webb School down in Knoxville, and so we'll keep up with all the Vikings and Lady Viking tennis, Viking track. Randy Irvin and Brad Stubbs and the coaching staff has been out every day with the Viking track team, getting out there and having a big old time getting ready for the season. They will be competing March the 20th also on the road at Elizabethton. Viking soccer, head coach Andrew Snyder, the new head coach of the Viking soccer team. They started out a couple weeks ago. They tied Lenoir City 0-0 or nil. And then picked up a 3-0 win over Knox Catholic in Knoxville Saturday. They do have the alumni game. That is this Saturday, March the 3rd, at 2 o'clock at the Stone Castle. And I'm telling you, if you get a chance, you need to just go by the softball field and go by the castle and watch both of those. But the alumni game for soccer, the former players that come in and they think they're going to get beat up on, or the players think they're going to beat up on the older guys, and
you find out real quick.
Yeah, they still in pretty good shape, some of them. So they'll give them their money's worth, that's for sure. So Viking soccer this Saturday with the alumni game at the Stone Castle. We've got a couple things. Of course, Dominic Fields, we know he won the state championship in wrestling. We had Dominic with us last Wednesday, but Dominic is also all-state, all-region, and all-conference for the Aquavikes. Diver Jack Forsyth, first team, all-district, all-conference, all-region, and all-state.
That's all around.
It is making them all. And of course, Lady Viking volleyball, and we just saw Addison here, Addison Minor, all conference, all district, all region, all state. So, right, you get three people named all state team in one fall winter season. That's pretty big. I mean, to get one is great, but you get three of them.
And they're all smart youngins too.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
They're not. We're not talking about my GPA here.
We're talking some really intelligent kids, great student athletes, and of course, Addison will be going to ETSU to play volleyball for the Lady Bucks. Dominic and Jack are back next year, so. But just a huge chance for the Lady Vikings and the Vikings next year if you're looking ahead, and we don't like to a lot, but they really do. The other thing is too, I think that kind of tells you how well things went in the fall and in the winter sports. Right. It really does, because Addison also made all conference in basketball too, first team, all Big Seven. So she doubled up her all Big Seven, all conference selections in two sports. But you look at that, and things really went well. We'll have Coach Wade have Barry back on with us, you know, in a couple of weeks or so. But since we're getting right now into spring sports, but that bodes well for the for fall and winter sports. I mean, you had 2 teams go to state. You know, volleyball and
state champion out of wrestling.
State champion out of wrestling. The Aqua Vikings send a couple people to state. He get an all-stater out there. You know, so I mean that tells you that you've got some really good athletes coming up, and just really great teams more than anything else.
Good programs and you know, good coaching. You know, and the support from the school, you know, that's what means so much right now. You know, we know what Miss Kirk is doing, you know, and she's, you know, she's rarely not at every event that's going on.
I would agree.
And cheering them on, and you know, I follow her on Facebook, and she's, you know, I know she's there.
She's putting stuff out there.
But we're not there. She's there at those too.
Exactly.
And sending pictures out, and it's just that's just refreshing for an old Viking. You know,
it is. It's, you know, I know there's still things that, you know, we talked to Barry and a couple of weeks ago when he was down here, and he, you know, Coach Wade still has things he wants to get accomplished, and there's still things that they have to do before they can even get the regular season started for the spring sports even still. So there's a lot of things going on at Tennessee High, and you know, the more that things come up, we'll get into it when we're allowed to talk about it, or when we know what's going on and they're ready to release things or whatever. But just the camaraderie of all the teams getting together, and they're all coming out and supporting each other. You know, we were at baseball last night for those scrimmages, and there was a ton of students there from Tennessee High watching those scrimmage games. And it was, you know, once the sun went down, it got a little nippy, but they stayed there, and great support for a scrimmage game to get your side about half full on a scrimmage game and 2 5-inning games at this early in the season, and it's still February. That's a good thing. So a lot going on at Tennessee High, and again, we'll be on air with the very first Tennessee High Viking baseball game, March the 12th. We'll be on at 5:45 airtime with the Dr. Deborah Basham pregame show, and in the first pitch at 6 o'clock, the Vikings will be taking on the David Crockett Pioneers here at Todd Houston Field in Bristol. And I tell you what, let's take us a break. It'll be a 90-second timeout right here on ESPN Tri-Cities, and the voice of the Vikings back in 90 seconds. We'll be back right here at Quaker Steak and Lube for Inside Viking Sports. Back in 90 seconds.
At Bill Gatton Honda, we make car buying easy with our competitive pricing and award-winning service. Get a 2017 Honda Civic LX as low as $169 a month. Or how about the 2017 Honda HR-V LX for only $189 a month? And don't forget our 2017 Honda Fit LX for $139 a month. Visit us online 24/7 at BillGattonHonda.com. And remember, we've got a Honda with your name on it. Hey, welcome to Bill Gatton Honda.
We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it. Welcome to Bill Gatton Honda. We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it.
to Inside Viking Sports. David Dow along with Ray Johnson, and we're going to be joined now by the head coach of the Tennessee High Viking baseball team, Preston Roberts, and let Ray get situated here. And again, it's 60-cent bonus wing night here at Quaker Steak and Lube, and it's always a lot of fun here. Also, we'll be doing Singo at 7 o'clock, and looking forward to that. Ray and I'll just get her board, and
Maybe Preston knows about this.
yeah, maybe Preston knows some.
Preston he'll know one or two of them.
Little Singo.
Exactly. So it again a great time to come down. Of course, all the flavors are on for sale. You can get those, and you can buy them by the single bottle. You can buy them by a 6-pack. You can do mix and match, and on your wings if you want to try something out. They're more than glad to let you sample those. I think, again, as we said, Ray has not hit that 500,000 triple atomic yet. He's up at the top of there. He's at the top of it, though, but just hadn't hit up there yet. So we do have a great time here, though. In all honesty, it's a big thanks to Quaker Steak and Lube for bringing us in and hosting us here every Wednesday night, and it's a lot of fun, and they do take care of us. There's no doubt about that. So
I look forward to it. I look forward to it each week.
And here's the other thing: if you need to do a fundraiser, you can do a fundraiser right here at Quaker Steak and Lube, and just get people to come in, and you get proceeds from the meals off of those, and they will. They're doing that all the time. It's called Chicken for Charity, and it may not be a charity, but it is a fundraiser, and so it's a great way to make some money. If you need to do a fundraiser for your team, or you might have a youth group or something that wants to do some fundraising, it's a great way to do it. And you can come down and you contact Brad Smith or April, and they will set you up and tell you what you need to do in the whole 9 yards, and they'll take care of it. But I know Viking cheerleaders have done a couple down here. I think the football team did one.
I watched Coach Robert's ears perk up there when you said.
Yeah, we can do some fun. We can do some fundraising down here. So yeah, we'll be more than glad to help you set it up too. I can promise you that. So a lot of things going on. Cause listen, there's of course there's music this weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, live music here at Quaker Steak and Lube. Also, we got Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up, graduation coming up, and if you need to buy a gift card, it's a great way to do it. You can start those at any denomination. I think most of them are probably at $25 though. I would think. I'm speaking for myself, but I know that's where I'd like mine to start at. But do come on down to Quaker Steak and Lube. Great crowd here tonight, as always, and everybody just having a big old time here, Ray. I'm telling you, it's a great crowd here, and we got some really good people sitting behind us too. It's they are a mess. So, I wanted to. The reason I wanted to take that break before I get into this next thing. Next portion of the show with Coach Roberts. Preston had a great turnout last Saturday night for the Diamond Dinner. A lot of people there. It was good to see those 1967 guys there. I don't know how much they've stayed in contact with each other. Just by watching them and kind of chit-chat with them, it looked to me like a couple of them hadn't seen each other in 3 or 4 or 5 years, and they really, it looked like they had just a great time, though, the other night.
Yeah, they did. It was really neat to get those guys back together. Bill Bingham started working on that, him and Dave Rutherford, really probably a couple of months ago, and they did a really good job of getting those guys. Some of those guys came all the way from Mesa, Arizona, Middle Tennessee, Raleigh, North Carolina. There were still a lot of them that live locally, but it was really neat. You could kind of tell as I set those guys at the front, as they were all starting to get there, the first maybe 30 minutes, it was kind of the, feeling, I'm sure they haven't seen each other in a long time.
Right.
But by the end of the evening, it was just topic of conversation.
Up and
yes,
just having a big
they had a blast, and that was really neat. And it really was a special evening. To look at the past, the present, the future. We had the junior, we had the middle school team there as well. So it was really neat to see that. And it was just. It's a special honor. I mean, that's the only baseball state championship in Tennessee High history. I know football has a couple, but it was just really important to honor those guys.
It was, and from having been there, it was probably long overdue. In all honesty, but it was great to get those guys together. I see Dave fairly often. Of course, see Jim Butcher. Used to see Tom Akers. Don't see him anymore, obviously. But with my children, a couple of the guys, Pal Moore, that pitched on Tennessee High's team, I hadn't seen him since he and Cindy moved to North Carolina. It'd been that long since I'd seen them. And then Greg Johnson. It had been a while since I'd seen Greg. And, of course, he'd married, if you don't know, he married Chris Keller. Coach Keller, the head football coach of Tennessee, I married Chris, Coach Keller's daughter. And so Greg was on that team as well. But a lot of those other guys, I know Nick Raybill was there. And of course, Nick, Ray and he were at the regional game last year.
Nick usually tries to go to at least one home game,
Right.
And got a couple in last year. So
I got a sneaking feeling he might
my
try
hero, you go back to that '67 team. I was just a kid, 10 years old, and Nick lived in the neighborhood, so we all knew
the big stud catcher, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and,
excellent baseball player.
Drafted by the Phillies.
He was.
If I'm correct.
He was.
Yes.
And a great ball player, and just we had our own community hero there, and state champion. So never take that away from you.
Yeah, one of the and I know they were broadcasting the games right here on WOP, on the old WOPI, or it still is WOP on the AM side, but even though we're ESPN Tri-Cities officially now, but I've talked to a couple of people, Chip Decker, that we went to school with, and Chip and I played ball together at Tennessee High, but he said he can remember listening to the games. I was lucky enough that Dad and I went to all three games in Kingsport, and I will never ever forget that. It was a big deal as an 11-year-old,
right?
To get to go down there and be a part of that, and I think the other thing is too that there was a couple of those guys on that baseball team that worked during the summers for my dad, and so I kind of had. I knew them already, but I knew them before they were baseball. I knew more as just guys than I did as baseball players, and so then all of a sudden you're like, man, that's pretty sweet, And so I got a chance to talk to Pal the other night more after the thing the other night, and I come up and he said, "Oh man, David," he said, "I can't believe it," But it was that kind of thing, and it was really good to see that. I think Coach Bingham was absolutely tickled to death that he got as many people. And when I was talking to Ray, and I talked to Nick, and he said, he told me to go get in contact, and when Ray contacted, he said, "Well, Coach Bingham's already called us," and he's already been in touch with us. That was a really good thing to see, and hopefully we can do. I know Coach Wade's wanting to do more with all the sports like that. Bring in, like 10 years or 20 years. I know he's wanting to start it back up during football season. He's already talked about that. Just different things, and I think the more we're able to bring, some of those former players in.
To the past.
It is, because they don't want to be forgotten, and you shouldn't forget them.
No.
And this is a great way to get more support out for your guys now.
Yep.
Just a great thing to do, and again, I'm very appreciative that you all did that the other night. It was a great turnout. Food was really good. They did a great job.
Absolutely.
Everybody, the players, I'm going to tell you something. If they need to be servers, they can be servers. It's obvious. So looking forward to seeing them many years doing great things out on the field, and just in life. I think in general that is a thing that they probably need to do, be more active out in doing, I don't think there's a thing wrong with it. It's one of the reasons I like to have as many of the players on air with us. I think it does them good not force them, if you know what I mean, but for them to be able to speak and to do things, and people do care about them,
right.
And I think the more they do, the more comfortable they're going to get. I mean, you can tell, obviously, the people that have been on with us over 2-3 years, they'll sit down, they'll just talk, and then there's others that'll go, and so I think that and working, doing the community things, I think it's a great thing for all of our student athletes at Tennessee High to be doing, may it be male or female. I think it's a really good thing. So hats off to all the players that served the other night. They served from the correct side also. I will.
There we go.
They've been talked to.
Sure,
that was obvious.
Sure somebody beside me told them that.
And you don't need but one fork. You just not 2 or 3. But anyway, but they did a fantastic job, and they came back and checked on people, and that was nice. And somebody said, "Well, do they get to eat?" And I said, "I'm sure they're going to eat. It's not a problem." So, but Preston, thanks on behalf of all of us former players and stuff. That was nice. I appreciate you doing it.
You're welcome.
I want to. You brought up something, Vance Vikings, and they're off to a really good start. They're 2-0 on the season. Coach Taylor and his team, they played their first game of the season at Todd Houston on Monday, beat Bluff City 17-0, and then came back and put a hurting on Johnson County 15-2 yesterday. But they've got some real good players on that Vance team. I know you know that. So, and they've got brothers playing at Tennessee High and stuff right now. So they're going to be able to continue that. But I think it was neat for the Vance guys the other night too. They're excited.
Yeah, it was neat. I had a couple parents even come after the game. Just being very thank you for letting us play here. Thank you, and that I want to extend our field, that offer. Obviously, we have 3 teams,
right?
Freshman, JV, varsity, and once our season gets going, that becomes more difficult. But it was really neat, the fact that it poured down rain all day. I'm sure there wasn't a middle school in the Tri-Cities area that probably played a game.
Probably not.
And we were able to pull the tarp at 3 o'clock, and then boom, the sun comes out at 4, and we had the field ready to go. So it was neat.
And the field looks great too.
Yeah,
you've done a great job with the field, and each year over the last 4 years, I've got to see that come about, and I'm very proud of it now. Where there was a time there you didn't know how that bounce was going to come up off of the
right,
and you guys worked hard, and it's appreciated.
Well,
I'm sure it is by the players.
Yeah, they like it.
And having said that, the players have worked on that field also. Correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody has
ownership.
Responsibility and ownership, and it's amazing when you get 35 guys out there and they have a responsibility, how quick they can get the field cleaned up and taken care of, and how they can maintain it. It's not, you just kind of.
I know we've seen that, and not many people have their team, or not many teams do that. They just don't do it. But it's something that you all have been doing in the past, even, and it's like this is your field. You need to take care of it, and I see absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. It's not going to take you, an hour and a half to pack down a mound, to re-rake it, to do all those things. It's you do it in teamwork, and
everybody has a job, and
build your team as well.
7 or 8 minutes, and get your job done, and then we're all meeting back together, break it down, and get out of here, and the field's right back in the shape that it was before we even started. So
it just, but the field really looks good. I know the first time I was going by there, and this is after that first sets of rains we had. It just like all of a sudden it was just green as it could be, and it's obvious that the work that was done in the outfield and everything, it's come to fruition now, Preston. It's in the infield there's still those because of the grass that it is, but it's green now. So field looks great to get we get to be on it March the 12th for the first time officially in a game. But let's see, it's let's take another time out. Let's take a 90-second break. We're at Quaker Steak and Lube for Inside Viking Sports. 90-second timeout. We'll be right back here for more Inside Viking Sports on ESPN Tri-Cities. Back in 90 seconds.
At Bill Gatton Honda, we make car buying easy with our competitive pricing and award-winning service. Get a 2017 Honda Civic LX as low as $169 a month. Or how about the 2017 Honda HR-V LX for only $189 a month? And don't forget our 2017 Honda Fit LX for $139 a month. Visit us online 24/7 at BillGattonHonda.com. And remember, we've got a Honda with your name on it. Hey, welcome to Bill Gatton Honda.
We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it. Welcome to Bill Gatton Honda. We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it.
Johnson, of course, our special guest tonight, the head coach of the Viking baseball team, Preston Roberts, here with us at Quaker Steak and Lube for Inside Viking Sports, and of course here on ESPN Tri-Cities, and we are live on Facebook tonight. When we went on, Facebook went live, so big thanks to Tim Flanagan and also to Bill Gatton Honda on the Volunteer Parkway for sponsoring the show on Facebook, and Trace Bratt and everybody down there. Of course, he's working with us here on ESPN Tri-Cities on the Voice of the Vikings as well, too. So, greatly appreciate everything that Trace and his crew down on the Parkway do for us here on the Voice of the Vikings. Much appreciated. So.
Very much appreciated.
It is 60-cent boneless wing night here at Quaker Steak and Lube, and if you want to try any flavor whatsoever, it's a great way to do it. There are 27 flavor profiles with the Scoville heat unit, again going up to 500,000, which Chris, John, and myself have done.
If you get Coach Roberts to do it tonight, I'll go in.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Ooh. The three of us have done it, and so we've done it. It's not something I don't want to do every day, but if you do want to taste a flavor profile, you can do it. Just ask them, and they're more than glad to help you see what you want or don't want. So yeah. Again, there's all kinds of new T-shirts, caps, sweatshirts, a little bit of everything in the swag department over here to our right. And also, if you want to purchase flavors, you can do that. You can buy them by the single bottle, or you can buy them by a 6-pack, and you can mix and match those. It's really good. I actually have some ghost pepper at my house, and I love it. I absolutely love that stuff. And just to flavor with it just a little bit, yeah. And I honestly don't think it's real hot, but my wife says otherwise, says nuts. But anyway, but it is really good stuff. So if you want to try a flavor out, they are more than glad to help you do that. They let you try out what you want to try, And then at 7 o'clock, we'll be doing Singo here. And it is bingo with music. You do not have to sing. And as I said many times, the only person I know that at Tennessee High that sings is Charlie Tiller. And Coach Tiller doesn't care. He will sing anytime, just about. But Coach Tiller will, he sings. We do karaoke. When we're doing karaoke down here every Wednesday night, Charlie get up there. Of course, there was one night that I think it was a VT game. We had the VT parade downtown. Yeah. Had the Tennessee High cheerleaders up there and singing, and Coach coaches were, and everybody. We had a big time. That was great. We can do it again. We'll be doing Singo at 7 o'clock. And of course, again, there's live music here Friday and Saturday, and every Friday and Saturday. And the warmer it gets, we'll be getting into bike nights where they'll close off Piedmont. And still plan on doing that, and it's always a great night. There's a ton of people downtown and mingling around, and and visiting our other stores, and it's a great business party, I think, for downtown Bristol. And so we'll get it. The more it warms up, the closer it gets to warming up, then we'll be doing that here at Quaker Steak and Lube also. Getting back to baseball. Vikings again will be on the field March the 12th, their first official game at Todd Houston Field, and that'll be a 6 o'clock first pitch. We'll be on air at 5:45 with Dr. Deborah Basham pregame show right here on ESPN Tri-Cities. In the meantime, Vikings had 2 5-inning games last night. Coach Robertson did what you're supposed to do, but it gave the guys a chance to get on the field in some live action where they've not been yet. Had pretty good outings by everybody last night.
Yeah, it was. Hampton got a brand new head coach. Knew the guy personally from a few years back. He's really eager to turn Hampton around. Called me back early summer. Said, "Coach, we got to get a scrimmage together. I want to get my guys better." I said, "Well, that's fine. We'll go first scrimmage with Hampton and then kind of progress from there."
Right.
And it was really appreciate Coach Perkins from Hampton coming over and working with us. It was nice. I told our guys, hey, it's not maroon on maroon anymore. Or, we call it maroon versus white during inter squad. You're actually facing another team, and we're gonna get some live reps. Hopefully, build some confidence, work on some things, and we did that, and we were able to get a lot of reps in, and Hampton was as well. We'll really see what we're made of Saturday. We play Sevier County and Jefferson County. Jefferson County finished 3rd in the state last year.
Right.
Knocked us out of the regionals, and so we'll really see what we're made of Saturday.
Right. Getting to last night, Bodie threw the first inning. He was as sharp.
Looked really sharp. That's what the guys.
Seen him. I was like, man, this is old Bodie, but better.
Yeah, that's what the guys were saying. Bodie was really locked in the bullpen, really locked in on the mound, and had all his pitches working, which was really nice. And so that was really a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it was. I when I was watching, I went, man, this is what you're going to have. You have to have everybody ready.
Right.
Through who? Nick Dobbins also.
Yeah, they really tried to throw everybody really.
Right.
And then even more so trying to create a couple of pitchers. You got Banks Preston, a senior, up there on the mound. He's probably velocity-wise our hardest thrower. So, but he's never pitched before.
Right.
So
he's a thrower right now.
He's a thrower right now. Just trying to develop a little bit of something to kind of maybe miss a couple of bats in the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah. Davis came in. It was a little shaky off and on. Just was missing just off, and and it's one of those things where it was back-to-back pitches, and it was the exact same pitch, and one was and one wasn't. And you kind of expect that, I guess, first time out, but velocity was there, obviously.
Yeah, he didn't miss high on anything.
No.
He was missing low, so that was a good sign.
Good sign, yeah.
But pretty much, again, did what you needed to do. Hit the ball well, hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
Kept it in play a lot of the time, and a lot of hits back through the middle last night, and that's also a good thing.
That's a good thing, especially the velocity wasn't really for Hampton, didn't really have a whole lot of velocity. The first guy was a lefty, which you have a tendency to want to pull off, so it was good to see a lot of hits up the middle. I thought our offense was really clicking early. We put a lot of runs up early.
Right.
And and then after that, Hampton started struggling with walks and stuff. And we really started, so that at that point, our varsity guys went through 4 innings. I think everybody got 4 at bats, so they get every inning basically. So after that, we kind of started working in some JV guys and freshman guys at that point.
And that was a good thing because they're going to need they're not going to have all those scrimmages like, you know, you may take them with you, but it's going to give them an opportunity to see some live action also before you get into season with them as well. So looking at Saturday, you talked about Jeff County. Jeff County did knock Tennessee High out of the tournament last year. I know we talked yesterday before we got started, but Jeff County and Sevier County gives you a really good look at what you're going to be looking at in 2 weeks.
Yeah, those are two teams that are always at the top half of their conference. Really, one of those two teams is always going into the regionals, and so I mean, if we're fortunate enough to make it back there, we could very well see one of those two teams again. It's always a good gauge. Coach Taylor does a great job at Sevier County. Coach Reese does a good job, obviously at Jeff County. Coach Taylor's at Sevier County, but they both do a great job, and so it'll be a good test.
Have one final say home, but it's at Central, which is close on March 8th, and that gives you that one last look before we get into conference play starting out right off the bat.
Yeah, that'll be one of those scrimmages to where really just from an offensive perspective, just to keep guys sharp. We'll probably won't be throwing any of our front end guys, getting those ready for the conference, but that'll really be just to kind of keep us sharp. I like doing that right just a few days before the season starts. I know a lot of schools around here they like to get their scrimmages in early, but I like to get them in a little later just to keep guys a little more focused and ready to go.
The other thing is too, it gives them. You're still maybe not as much on the varsity, but with JV, if you take some of those guys, they're still competing for jobs.
Yeah, they are.
And a freshman, they know what they're doing, but it gives them a better idea of within their team that I need to step it up, or I'm going to lose my spot, or whatever. That gives you that little bit of extra incentive to go out there and perform. And who knows? If somebody gets dinged up or something, you might have to call somebody up.
Absolutely.
As well, which you did last year, with Reese.
Right.
Did a great job too.
He did.
But you never know. You might have somebody get injured, and it's a neat thing, and they're going to have to be ready.
Yeah. So we'll see. We get 12 juniors and seniors that are very talented. They can play multiple positions. Really Bodie is only the true PO we have, and so we got a lot of guys that play the infield, different infield positions, and also the outfield. But at the same time, we've got some talented sophomores that we encourage them to compete for positions every day, and you never know, a couple of them may surprise us.
Right. Well, because I was looking. Thanks for the roster, by the way.
No, you're welcome.
I was looking at it this morning, and when I got it, and it's pretty evenly split between sophomore, junior, and senior classes now.
Yeah, we moved the sophomores into the varsity clubhouse this past week. We felt like they had done a good enough job to where we want them to continue to work and push guys, and obviously a lot of those sophomores will play JV as well.
Right.
But we like where they're at. We want them to be a part of it. They will help us down the road. Just don't know how immediately. So
right.
Looking at your the conference this year, you'll be playing back-to-back days. Home and away. That's a little new twist for you, I think, as a head coach. They haven't done that. They did it some years back, but do you see what's your advantages or disadvantages with that?
Obviously, just talking to the coaches this summer, the conference coaches in the conference, a lot of them are really in favor. There was of doing this. A lot of teams west of us in the state of Tennessee do that. They've done that really, I'm pretty sure, from the IMAC, which is Region 2 all the way down.
Yes.
They do that, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe even the AA around here does that. I'm not sure. But anyways, a lot of other conferences across the state do that. I'm really kind of in a position, I really don't know if it'll help us or not. I'm still trying to figure that out. I think, obviously, when you play Dobbins, Bennett, and Science Hill, the back-to-back thing, it could be an advantage.
That's the only problem that I see right there is running that Science Hill and Boone back-to-back.
Science Hill, Boone back-to-back, but if you play, for example, in the past, Science Hill has always thrown their number one against us. And,
right.
And sometimes we match up our number one, and it's a good game and whatever. Just like last year, Zach beat them. We beat Science Hill 3 out of 4 years, and Zach was our bullet, and he went out there and when we beat their bullet. And but that doesn't necessarily happen every year. So the advantage maybe Science Hill doesn't throw their number one against us every time, or the same thing with Dobbins Bennett. We don't see Taylor obviously both times, but I don't know. I'm still kind of mixed. I really don't know. We'll see.
It will be a change. The other thing, because we've always gone 6 games and then flip the thing. From my standpoint, I do like it, but I think I know where you're coming from. If you have pitching, you're going to probably be okay.
Right.
But if you don't, you probably aren't going to be.
especially for teams that say they're top pitchers in basketball.
Right.
Basketball just ended. We start in a week and a half.
Right.
What's their number one going to look like if their number one played basketball? Is he going to be ready?
Right.
Is that a competitive advantage for a team that plays them early? Versus late. I know that's been some of the discussion before, but fortunately we've not been in that situation with one of our top basketball players being our number one pitcher in a while.
Right.
But
well, everybody's on an even playing field. I mean, everybody has to do it, so
right.
It's just different. And
it will be different,
right?
Yeah, it will be.
Let's see. I'll tell you what. Let's just go ahead and let's get into this season because we do have basically everyone back, but a couple of guys. Let's talk about who, if you were starting tomorrow, who do you start in the field? Maybe not so much pitching, but
fortunately, basically, it's been pretty easy with the defensively. We've got basically our entire infield back.
The whole center of the field's back.
The whole nucleus of the field's back, and and so that's a good thing. We got Banks at shortstop. He's a senior, been a great leader for us. Davis at third base, Nick Dobbins at third base. They're going to try to transition. Both of those guys are going to be really important on the mound for us. CJ at second base, but we also got Jarrett Powell, who's this summer when we did 60 times, I guess summer and fall, JP, we call him JP, but JP was he was the fastest. Him and Gavin Cross were the fastest guys on the team. I did not realize that. Gavin's 6'8", and then JP, we clocked him at 6'8". So not only that, JP brings a lot to the table. He's incredibly instinctive. JP didn't get a lot of playing time last year.
Right.
He played a lot of JV. He just with other guys, the seniors that went out. But JP's really going to be an important piece for us. He's so smart, baseball, great instincts, but he's fast. And, speed is so important in baseball. Put the ball on the ground, beat it out. Run down, we've been working him in the outfield too, and he can track down fly ball. And not only that, his swings really look good. He's gotten stronger. He's lived in the weight room. Coach Mays has done a great job with him in the weight room, advanced PE, and the ball is coming off his bat really well. So, JP, looking at maybe at second when CJ pitches and so on, or Banks pitches, CJ moves to short. So the neat thing about what we got we got a lot of athletes that can play a lot of positions. They can play infield, they can play outfield, they can pitch, and so guys are really going to be moving around a lot. So it's hard to really say, this is the set lineup. Jason Bentley's going to be our first baseman. Right. Jason's Jason. Jason, you know what you're going to get out of him. He's just he brings it every day. He's a quiet leader. Doesn't say a whole lot. Leads by example, and was really good for us last year. We expect big things out of him again this year. Behind the plate, Gibson. Gibson did a great job last year. Middle of the season, I was really, we had 2 really good arms that threw really, really fast last year, and really was concerned whether Gibson could, can he handle those guys? He's just a sophomore. Can he handle it? We threw him out there, and what did he do? He had a home run and caught just fine, and I was like, okay, there you go, and then it was kind of the catalyst.
And it was almost personally by necessity that you had to put him back there, and for him to step up the way he did. Yeah, I would agree.
I was really impressed with that.
You were a genius.
Yeah, it made me look like a genius, I guess. But
I don't know if Coach Roberts has got a stretching machine under the bleachers. But those guys, I couldn't believe how they've grown. I mean, there's some tall guys on that team.
Yeah.
You've got some big guys.
And you're right. They have bulked up some.
They have. They push each other, and they understand the importance of strength and conditioning. They understand that. Davis Hall's a perfect example. Davis went from his freshman year, he couldn't run a lap, to last year he figured it out. To this year, he's an athlete. He's a full-blown. He's an athlete in the school building.
Right.
He looks like it. He acts the part. And it's just. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. And in the outfield, you got Gavin. Gavin's going to be able to play in the outfield. His throwing program's getting better and better every day. Strength is in the arm is getting back, and he's throwing the ball. You got and he took BP. For the first time. He's been doing tees and toss and all that stuff, but he took actual live on the field BP the other day. 70%, the ball was exploding off his bat. He's clipping pine trees out in center field, so that was a good sign. Right. And then Tanner Booker. You got Tanner, who's another perfect example of a guy who has really lived in the weight room, and he's reaping the benefit of it right now. The ball's coming off his bat well. Looking at him, maybe at a corner outfield spot. Reese Profit's going to be in the fight for one of those. JP's going to be in the fight for another corner spot. Nick Dobbins, again, the versatility there. Really what I like is the fact, and I challenge these guys to compete. How does Alabama get to where they are? Do they, because they got a lot of talent within the team and they push each other. It's the good kind of competition. It's not that I want to see, you fail so that I can get that opportunity. That's not winning baseball. It's not winning culture. Winning culture is, trying to push guys to be the best that they can.
Right.
And when your opportunity comes, be ready, and because every one of those guys that I mentioned, they're going to get their opportunity. They're going to get a lot of opportunities,
right.
And they need to take advantage of that when they get it.
I think of CJ last night. There was a ball hit up the middle off the pitcher's glove, and CJ was out of position where he broke to the center to get it and bent back to get the ball. And I thought, he doesn't have time. And he was up so clean with that ball and so quick, and it was just an easy out.
It was an easy out. CJ again, it's another one.
He made it look easy. Let me put it that way.
It wasn't an easy play. He made it look easy. Yeah.
He makes it look easy in practice. I'll try and hit those Texas League fly balls to center field or make the confusion, make him communicate. And it's like he's so long and rangy and
right.
It's I can't fit it in the hole where I want to challenge those guys. So that's a great thing. But I'm looking forward to. Defensively, our strengths obviously is going to be defense. Our strength is obviously going to be offense. We're just really trying to work these guys on the mound. What can we do? Losing Zach Hall obviously was a tough blow last year, but he graduated. So who's next? And Gavin was going to be that guy. He got hurt. So Bodie, guys like Bodie and Davis Hall are going to really have to step up. Tanner Booker's going to have to step up. Nick Dobbins is going to have to step up. Guys like, so then it goes on down the line.
Right. Preston, I thought about it even last year. One of the things that was, they could have, in all honesty, they could have probably folded last year if they wanted to. Once Gavin got hurt. They actually started playing really well, though. They came together. They stepped it up. I think they knew they had the potential to do what they did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was just a total different mindset after the second game, him being out is like, okay, and then you get that run.
And then you get the run, and that's why I'm so big on guys that pay their dues. I'm big on seniors. This is their last hurrah. You look at last year and some of those seniors that really stepped up in situations. Parker Vaughn. The game. Parker Vaughn pitched some really big games. So what do I expect? I expect guys like Tanner Booker this year and Nick Dobbins to they're seniors now,
right?
And go down fighting.
Well, and they know that too.
Yeah.
I think as I mean, it doesn't matter what sport it is. We've been talking about this since fall. But if you're a senior, you know that this is your last go around. There may not be anything past your season that you're participating in.
Yeah.
Once you get that may be it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And so you want to go out with a blaze of glory,
right,
if you can. And that's the way you want to do it. Go down fighting.
Yeah. And that's another one. Jacob Orr has really worked his tail off in the weight room. He's really competing. And I tell you what, Gibson he's got a little sprained wrist right now, so Orr got a lot of the action last night behind the plate.
Got a lot, yeah.
And last year we was a sophomore, and Jacob's not the biggest guy. We all know that. He bless his heart, he tries to eat so much to gain weight, but
he's 100 pounds soaking wet.
He is, and he's gotten a lot stronger. I mean, he's lived in the weight room. But last year, those fastballs, he couldn't hold them. He's taking them out of the zone. Taking them out. Last night, he was sticking it. And that's a great sign, because he really did a good job. He's gotten more athletic. He's been able to block the ball. And so, Jacob, we're looking at him behind the plate maybe and in the outfield. So.
He's going to give you 200%. There's no doubt about it. I love that kid.
Absolutely.
Can you tell David and I are excited about baseball season?
Yeah, I can tell you guys.
I'm telling you,
I've been wearing my hat for 2 weeks.
I'm telling you something. We'd play tomorrow and I'd be tickled to death. But I got a note here, and I didn't want to forget about it, but I was about to. But Viking baseball camp, June the 14th through the 16th. That's always at Todd Houston Field. Had a great turnout the year before last. Really good last year.
Really good last year. Yeah, the past couple of years has been great. Last year we were probably up 20 or 30% in attendance, which was really impressive. Really impressive. Keep bringing them. The facilities. We can hold a few more. Yeah, not many more, but a few more. We'll just keep bringing.
I stopped over there one day, and I was talking to Coach Morlock, and Brad goes, David, he said, look at this. And I went, man, alive. He said, we got weight, and there was walk-ups, but just getting the word out, and and he said, we got a lot of early entries this year, but he said, we've had people just walk up and just say, we want to get in, and that's a great thing.
It is, and I don't know if it was where the dates worked out. I mean, the dates are pretty similar, but of course, success I think maybe had a little bit of part of that.
Oh yeah,
and,
it didn't hurt.
It definitely didn't hurt, and so it just timed out good, and we had great attendance. So
all I like to say is, I'll tell you what, I am so ready for baseball season.
Those dates on that camp, let's go to June, it'd be 12th through the 14th.
12th through 14th? Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check on that. I just pulled up my calendar. 12th. Okay. Yeah, that'll be that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep. Yeah. 12th through the 14th. Okay, we got it.
14th.
Got it. Well, we will be on air with the very, very first baseball game of the season, and it's still not time yet. It'll be the 12th of March, and, of course, we'll be at Todd Houston Field. David Crockett, the Pioneers, will be coming in, and it's been a thorn in our fannies a couple of times, and then we'll go back down there the next day to David Crockett, then double headers at Morristown East, Morristown West on Thursday and Friday with Inside Viking Sports sandwiched in between there. So, but plenty of home games. I think I counted up 17 or 18 home games for the season, and that's great.
That's great considering we're going to Myrtle Beach during as
when it's warmer this time.
Yeah, it's warmer. Yeah, mid-April. So
yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and so no, we will not be down there for the tournament. I wish we were, but we won't be. I'll be a little bit further south.
Well, maybe they got a Quaker State down there we can do.
Yeah, just come on and do the show.
Yeah,
we'll take care of you guys.
Talk to the boys over here in a minute and see if we can make that happen. But we will be on air March 12th with Viking baseball. We have every intention to cover every single one of them. It's a great it's a great looking schedule. You got home and home with some guys and that we always compete with. We got a few changes on there. We're not playing it now, but it's a lot of fun. It's very very doable. I think, Preston, with the team that you have coming back, and looking forward just another good season. I think if they go out there and have fun, they're going to succeed.
Yeah,
a lot.
They will. They will. Loose ball club. Love the guys. They work hard. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it.
I thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for everybody for listening in to us tonight here on ESPN Tri-Cities. We are at Quaker Steak and Lube again, 60-cent boneless wing night. Big thanks to everybody here at Quaker Steak and Lube for taking care of us like they always do. And for Ray Johnson and Daniel, our engineer, back in the studio, and the head coach of the Vikings, Preston Roberts. This is David Dow. Everybody have a fantastic night. Have a great week. And as always, go Lady Vikings and Vikings. And good night, everybody, from Quaker Steak and Lube and right here on ESPN Tri-Cities.
At Bill Gatton Honda, we make car buying easy with our competitive pricing and award-winning service. Get a 2017 Honda Civic LX as low as $169 a month. Or how about the 2017 Honda HR-V LX for only $189 a month? And don't forget our 2017 Honda Fit LX for $139 a month. Visit us online 24/7 at BillGattonHonda.com. And remember, we've got a Honda with your name on it. Hey, welcome to Bill Gatton Honda.
We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it. Welcome to Bill Gatton Honda. We want to make your experience simple and easy. Our staff has been servicing our area for generations. You will always be greeted with a smile and receive friendly service. At Bill Gatton Honda, you're not just a friend, you're family. We dedicate our time and experience to helping you find the right car for your needs. Come see us today and let us help you make car buying simple. Because at Bill Gatton Honda, we got a Honda with your name on it.